What's up, everybody? Yo, yo, yo. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, man. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody's doing well. We got video gaming news for today, April 23rd. Then, more Dragon's Dogma 2. You know how we do. Hope everybody's doing well. I got the rest of our YouTube videos from the previous more important topics we covered recently in the news up on their with their own separate VODs on YouTube. Those are now public, so if you want to go take a look at some of that, I think there's about 7 videos for people to take a look at. If you're interested, they're there. They are there. So I don't know, on that note, let's do what we do, man. Let's hop in here. Let's do video gaming news for today, April 23rd, and then it'll be time to play some more amazing Dragon's Dogma 2 content. Cool, let's do it. Let's go. No reason. Just keeping everybody on their toes, you know what I mean? Just keeping everybody on their toes. What's up, brother? He's like, wait, did I miss a ban again? Did I not get to use my hammer? Pinky's like, what's up, dude? What's going on, brother? Oh, man. I was just like, I was finishing getting ready for the stream while the montage was running. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw a mod check in here and see what happens because of what I did yesterday. That's right, dude. That's right. It's funny. It's weird, you know. I remember whenever I first started streaming back in 2021. If you recall, you remember all the flipping like the stupid bot raids we had to deal with? It was like we were just constantly getting slammed with bot spam, dude. It was insane. Mount viewers, there you go, dude. Yeah, there was just so many bots, and I don't know, felt like it just kind of, I think Twitch has done a pretty good job of moderating and keeping a lot of that away for a while, but it feels like it's starting to leak back in a little bit, you know. I don't know exactly what it is, but it seems like it's starting to come back around again. Yeah, it's funny now too, because you remember used to, they would just come in, they would just spam the website, and now what they do is they'll actually make it to where it's a text. It'll like just be written out like .com, so it doesn't link it, and then they'll link it as well. So the actual linked website still gets blocked because of the things I have implemented for the channel, but you'll still see the website because they'll like, that's what I should probably do. I probably need to put in our banned words, actually like .com as one word. That way, you know, that's not something that they get away with anymore, you know, if they try to do that kind of thing. They're sneaky little botters, dude. Sneaky botters. Mount those viewers, dude. That's right. Yeah. And who's the one that Syke always remembers and reminds me of? Matt, what was it, Matt Camp or whatever? That dude, Syke, always reminds me of him, dude. I always forget about that dude. Syke always, that's where the monka thing started coming in, dude. You know what I mean? I always forget about that until Syke brings it up. That guy, you remember that dude? Yeah, Syke always remembers him, dude. He always brings that dude back up. And I'm like, oh, bro, I forgot about him. He just brought him up the other day. I was like, oh, yeah. Forgot about that, dude. That's where everybody, all the mods started using Monka Hum after that, dude. So funny, bro. That's so funny, man. Oh, the history. The good times. All right, let's dive in here, dude. Let's see what we got. Oh, man. What was I gonna? There was something I was gonna bring up just game wise this morning. What was it? Oh yeah. Yo, there was a big update for Witchfire. He was very sus. Yeah. What was he trying to get me to do? Like, was he trying to get me to do something, or was he? Was it just about? He was talking about some kinds of like he wanted me to watch a YouTube video or something, didn't he? Get him a link from a YouTube video or something like that, and I was like, nah, dog. I was like, no. Well, he wanted me to click on a link through a YouTube video or something like that. I was like, no, brother, no. I was like, nobody else in here is gonna do that for you either. It was something along those lines. That's when we were all like, what? And then he like hung around and like tried to make it seem like he was legit or whatever, right? It was something along those lines, dude. It was really weird. That was a wild situation. Because most people, if they get caught, they just bounce, you know, they don't care. But he was like, he actually showed up for a couple days. He didn't want people thinking he was sus, dude. It was pretty funny. Witchfire had a big new update. Yeah, I've been interested in Witchfire, and I want to talk about this morning. So I want to make a note after we bring up all of our articles to come in and look at Witchfire. Witchfire had a big Ghost Galleon update. First big update is out. Separates difficulty from leveling up. New mysterious vendor classes, multiple saves and profiles, new weapons, spells, and magical items. The Ghost Galleon itself, of course. You know, this game is supposed to be pretty cool. It's supposed to, from what I understand of reviews, people are saying that, don't remember what he wanted at all. I think that's kind of, you know, what I was talking about. I think that's basically the gist of what he was wanting. Yeah, Psych will definitely know. Yeah, you're right. We just need Psych to get in here and tell us. But this game, it is like a roguelike, and it apparently has kind of almost like a Doom feel to it. Fast-paced action, you know, with some melee and gun vibes, FPS, you know what I mean? And people have enjoyed it so far, from what I understand. They were just, the biggest feedback I was getting negatively where people were like, it just needs a little bit of polish, and it needs a little bit more content. And this might be it. This might be it. So I want to take a look at this today, you know? Ultra Kill. Let me pull that one up too. Ultra Kill with 3. I put 3 L's in there. I can't even see this morning, dude. I'm all jacked. My allergies are just... Oh, yeah. This was on sale here recently. I was looking at it, too. Yeah, this was on sale recently because they had the whole FPS sale. They had the FPS sale on Steam. I think it's over now. It was, I think, until yesterday, actually. But, yeah, this game looks pretty wild. Yep. It looks pretty cool, because I was looking at this too. I was looking at all the FPS games they had on the sale, and this was one of them. Yeah, this game looks pretty wild. We can check this out too. Been watching since early access. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it looks wild. We'll take a look at it this morning. I didn't take a deep look, so we can take a peek at it this morning as well. Let's try to find some articles, and then we'll look at those also. Bro, I could not stop sneezing this morning. Could not quit. I hate that. I love a good sneeze. Maybe even 2. You know? Feels good sometimes to just get a nice violent sneeze out. But bro, whenever I can't quit and I'm doing like 5 or 6 sneezes in a row, it feels like my brain just gets wrecked. That's the way I feel right now. I feel like my brain's all clogged up from sneezing. What? Nuh-uh. What? Shut up. Are you for real? That sounds legit dangerous, dude. What? I don't even want to know the details, dude. I don't even want to know the details of that. So let's not get into the nitty gritty of what I can only imagine what makes somebody a winner in that sport, dude. Oh, God dang. Oh my God. Oh yeah, that'd get us into a not safe for work environment real quick, I think. That's flipping wild, dog. How do you know? How did you know that? Brother, you've been spending way too much time on Reddit. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. No, Gaming Bible. No. No, no, no. Yeah, this looks like a wild little game, dude. Harold Halibut. It's all stop motion and everything. It looks crazy. We've talked about it. We've looked at it. Something or something along that line. Yeah. Yeah. I saw it on Steam News. What? No way, bro. What? What is that? Am I actually awake right now, or am I still dreaming, dude? This is too wild, bro. Jesus. God dang. That's where you came across this at? Oh my God. There's a lot of wild stuff on Steam too, though. There really is. Best Star Wars game in years is arriving on Xbox Game Pass this week, and it's a must play. Now that it finally is playable? All right. Okay. Zack Snyder should be a gaming director. I don't know, man. I'm really turned off by this whole, like, let's make movies into video games, you know, let's make video games into movies. The meshing of it has been good to an extent, but it feels like it's going over, you know, it's like crossing a line that I'm not really enthused about. It's just getting to a point where it feels like what I like video games to be and what I've always thought video games were supposed to be. It's like a lot of these directors of entertainment are trying to mesh them into something totally opposed to what video games were always meant to be to me. It feels weird. I'm never going to be against something becoming more immersive and lifelike and everything, as long as you maintain control of it. As long as it's a true video game and you're still maintaining control and you're the one that is being thrust into the environment of being in control of what's happening in the game for the, you know, in large part. There's nothing wrong with a good cutscene and stuff. Man, it feels weird when I play a game and it's just chocked full of cutscenes and it's just feeling like I'm not in control half the time. And it feels odd. I don't like it. And that's always a concern for me from somebody that's going to be, you know, potentially coming over from the other part of the entertainment industry as well. I don't know. 4D Miner getting multiplayer update. Okay, we can take a look at that too. I will say that I've watched the I have watched Rebel Moon Part 1, and I watched part of Part 2, and it's entertaining. It didn't blow me away or anything, and it was exactly what I expected it to be. You know, whenever I first saw the trailer for this, I was like, dude, this looks like Star Wars. It looks like it was just Star Wars stuff. And then, you know, after looking into it, it was literally written by Zack Snyder to be Star Wars material. But Disney and LucasArts shot it down. They were like, we don't want this. And so then Netflix swooped it up and was like, yeah, we'll take this. Let's just make it our own, universe. So, I mean, it's entertaining enough, but it feels Star Wars because it was written to be Star Wars. But it's not Star Wars. And I don't know. It's all right. I don't even know if I know what 4D Minor is, dude. Or I can't picture it in my mind's eye anyways. Oh, really? Oh, bet that's flipping wild, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I can pull it up and take a look at it. You might have to remind me, though. Interesting. Yo, word. Single dev. I love it, dude. Love supporting those guys. Those small teams. Meta partners with Xbox as it opens Quest's operating system to third-party hardware makers. Interesting. We talked about the new tennis games coming out. There's one by 2K, which is Top Spin, and then there's another one coming out. What's it called? I can't remember. We talked about it yesterday, though. There's two of them coming out. One's already out. Bro, what is this cake shot? It doesn't look like she's wearing pants. We'll get to that. That's Stellar Blade, dude. Yeah, so one of them's already been out on PC. It's coming to consoles. The other one, I think, drops in a couple of days or something. Yeah. If you're into tennis, there's tennis games coming. Look at this. What the crap? Bro, she does not look like she's wearing pants right there. That looks like full cake, dude. Funny enough, they're talking about Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and they've got a picture of Stellar Blade just trying to bait people into clicking on this. That's funny, dude. What the crap? New Fortnite setting blocks confrontational emotes? Oh my god. Making it so that players can alter their ability to see confrontational emotes in game. Basically, if you can't handle getting trolled by emotes after you get killed, if you're that soft, we can just block it for you. Give me a flipping break, dude. Jesus Christ. Wait, what? Yeah. Dude, the first line from this is, per the Western video game industry, it's okay to be horny for the cast of Hades 2, but don't you dare look at Eve from Stellar Blade. That's flipping hilarious, dog. Yeah. I'm not going to dive into that. I mean, it's, you know, there's no denying the fact that there's been a real huge difference in the way that different parts of the world have addressed sexuality and in entertainment. You know what I mean? The provocativeness and in the way that we're able, you know, what's taboo and what's okay, and you know, but there is a lot of hypocrisy about it and everything too. It's just really funny. Yeah, it's really wild. We looked at this yesterday. This was actually really funny. Yeah, Game Pass is the best place for new Fallout fans. Yeah, of course. You know, there's going to be a lot of Fallout content on Game Pass because it's Bethesda. Bethesda's owned by ZeniMax. ZeniMax is owned by Microsoft. Game Pass is Microsoft and Xbox, right? So there's going to be a good amount of content on there for people to try out and get into. And a lot of people are looking to get into Fallout that maybe haven't played in a while or have never played because of the, you know, the hype around the TV show. So shut up, dude. Really? You should have walked over. Bro, that was a window. Was she cute? Because that was an opportunity. Should have been like, oh, sorry. That's my online alias, you know. What's your name? That's awesome, dog. That would have been sick. Should have just come over there and been like, just hung out, and she was like, and been like, oh, my bad. I thought you were talking to me. That would have been a sick end, dude. You rizzed her up right there, dog. That would have been awesome. Dude, and then right away you could have pulled up your crochet doll. That wouldn't have freaked her out at all. Want to see some of my body shots? Bro, that would have been a W Riz easy. That's funny. She wasn't in your age range. Oh man, oh, it's funny, dude. That's funny, man. Next time, dude. Next time. Oh god, dude, that's funny. New Xbox Indie Game Showcase coming next week. What? All right, cool. We'll have to watch that. It'll probably be on Wednesday. There's a lot of reviews coming up for this game. Hold on. Is this on Steam? Yeah. Tales of Kinzaru Zal. Let me look at this real quick. It drops today. So over the next couple of days, we'll probably try to see what people are thinking about this game. Metroidvania. Love me some Metroidvanias, dude. We'll take a look and see what people are saying. Helldivers 2 on PC is 15% off. If anybody's been wanting to try that out. Ton of reviews for it, man. Yeah, we talked about this Embracer group splitting into 3 companies yesterday. That'll be one of our that'll definitely be one of our articles that gets its own YouTube video coming up pretty soon. Probably by Wednesday or Thursday, it'll be up on YouTube. It's really disgusting. I mean, Embracer's pulling this whole like Facebook turning into Meta thing. You know, Facebook, it had a very, very bad connotation that had come to be known with their name as a company, and rightfully so. And they were like, well, let's just rebrand. You know, let's rebrand. And that's why anytime I talk about Facebook or Meta, I refer to them as Facebook, and I'm like, it doesn't matter what you call them. They're the same company. Just because they changed their name doesn't change anything at all. They're the same company they've always been. They're still disgusting. You need to know what they're about. You should look it up and look into them. Embracer's the same way. They're like, oh, you know what? People know what we're about. People have seen what we truly are. Over the past couple of years, we've gotten a really good look at who Embracer really is. And then now what do? They rebrand. They split into 3 standalone companies, and they rebrand. And what are 2 of those companies called? Like, they've got this 2 of the standalone companies have an ending to their name that is called "and Friends." Like, that's going to make them look better. Get wrecked. They're not changing anything about their leadership. The same people that made the same disgusting decisions about, you know, that got them into this terrible position of what they've done, you know, crushing studios underneath them and laying off a ton of people over the past couple of years, and basically admitting that they really don't care about anything other than stakeholders and stuff like that, you know. Whereas, look, I understand business is business. You've got to make sure that you're making money for your stakeholders. But look, man, the way that you make money is by taking care of your employees, making sure employees are happy, taking care of your consumers, because they're the ones that are going to be buying your products, right? This all is a culmination of being a good business for the long haul. That's not who they are. And so they're like, well, let's rebrand. So we're no longer called Embracer. So people can no longer say, well, you know, Embracer's bad. That won't be us anymore. They're still the same company. They're just splitting, run by the same people. It's disgusting, and I'll have a video up about it a little bit later on this week. It's really, really bad. One of the best Xbox Game Pass games of 2024 is locked behind their expensive tier, the Ultimate tier. Best mods for Warhammer 40,000 Darktide? I think you should probably just go play Vermintide. Cheers. Un momento. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. One more page and then we'll dive into these. I was wondering if this is how Game Pass was getting it. So, and that's probably, so. This probably goes together. A lot of Xbox stuff this morning. All right. Wipeout, co-creator making futuristic sports title at new studio Starlight Games. Huh. Let's see what this is. This game releases today. Again, I was just talking about this. It releases today, and we'll see what gamers are saying about this, not just outlets and critics and stuff, after it releases. We'll probably take a look at it in our next news segment, which will be on Thursday. That'll give it a little bit of time to cook after it releases, a little bit of time to build up some review base, and then we'll take a look at it on Thursday, okay? But there's a lot of outlets right now posting reviews for this game. It's a Metroidvania, and people, the review outlets are right now looking like they all are enjoying it, which is a good look. A new Lord of the Rings game is Middle-earth's version of Stardew Valley. What? Diablo TV show could work, says Blizzard boss, but you'll only be able to watch it on your phone. Sorry, I can't help myself. Don't you have phones? Jesus. All right, man. Let's stick with this. Let's get in it. Wipeout co-creator making futuristic sports title at new studio Starlight Games. Liverpool-based studio, which also employs a skate co-creator, announces several games. Starlight Games. The Liverpool UK-based studio was founded by Gary Nichols, who began his career at Signosis and has for the last 20 years run work for his hire studio Atomicom, whose title included 2019 Switch release House of Golf. Its management team also includes producer Andy Santos, who co-created EA's Skate series, directed Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, and more recently worked at Sony's Fire Sprite on Horizon Call of the Mountain. Let's take a, wait. Oh, it's House of Golf 2. Studio's formation was announced on Monday alongside the news that it has 3 games in development. House of Golf 2, coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam and Epic Game Store this summer. Studio's design director, Burkham, is directing a futuristic sports title that's set to be revealed in the coming months, and a strategy sci-fi roguelite action experience will also be revealed soon. This probably means it'll be revealed at the Summer Games like showcases, so right around the beginning of June or something. It'll probably be announced then and showcased in some capacity at that point. A lot of showcases then. Studios several Unreal Engine Fortnite experiences in development too, led by its younger talent, the first of which is titled Jungle Jam and scheduled for release this month. So we'll watch these. Let's watch these real quick. This will be House of Golf 2.
Peggy 3.
Summer of 2024. Yeah. Okay, now let's look at what they're saying here. To be revealed soon. Welcome to the future. The future is now. Is this Tron? Sorry. Red versus blue. Have some old school stuff. Yeah, so not much to take away there, but apparently they're going to be trying to show us some of this in a larger capacity coming up over the next couple of months. Like I said before, I think if we're hearing from some of these developers and publishers and stuff that they have some announcements coming our way, some things to show us over that'll be coming in the next couple of months, it's a pretty safe bet that probably it'll be something that we see a little bit more of in early June. That's when a lot of the big companies, Summer Games Fest kicks off. A lot of the showcases, big showcases for the bigger companies in the industry, most of the companies in the industry really, they collaborate. They start showcasing a lot of what they've been working on, new things they want us to see, stuff like that. So there's a good chance we'll see something along the lines of what they're bringing at that time. I would venture to guess. Let's see what we got here. New Lord of the Rings game is Middle-earth's version of Stardew Valley. The new Lord of the Rings game looks perfect for Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley fans. New Lord of the Rings game is coming out this year that looks like Stardew Valley, though it appears to be more of a social life sim than a farming sim, so perhaps Animal Crossing is the closer comparison. Whatever the case, it doesn't look like your standard Lord of the Rings game. The game is called Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game, which was actually announced last year. It is slated to release sometime this year, though when exactly has not been divulged. What has been revealed alongside a debut reveal trailer is word it will be available via Switch, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S when it releases. Yeah, we've seen just a really quick snippet of this, which was nothing in depth. It was just it almost looked like an animated still shot of what the environment would look like. Let's see what we have here. This is actually
there are many tales of Middle-earth.
A legit trailer. Let's go.
Tales of courage and brave deeds in dark times. But that is not our story. For this is one of new beginnings.
If you ever wanted to live in a hobbit hole, it's coming. Bro, they better have some banger food options in this game. Hobbit feet. That's right, true. What's up, friendo? Big old flipping. Big old hobbit feet slapping the ground, boy. Looks kind of cute. Yeah, I actually gave you some kind of Thalia vibes is what it was giving me.
These are our tales of the Shire. Hobbits really are amazing creatures.
Yeah. Palea hobbitses. That's right. Weta Workshop's bringing it to us. Discover, decorate, and share in this idyllic corner of Middle-earth. Join friendly hobbits and familiar faces awaiting your arrival in Tales of the Shire, The Lord of the Rings game. You create your own hobbit, and play a part in helping the quaint town flourish. Interesting. If you want to read the rest of the synopsis there, then by all means. We kind of knew this was coming, but this is a better look at what the game is potentially going to offer than what we had before, so that's good. How you doing today, True? The best Star Wars game in years is arriving on Xbox Game Pass this week, and it's a must-play. Now that it's playable, this game was balls on release, and for quite some time after release, I must say. I think it took them nearly a year to get this to a fairly polished, playable state, which is disgusting. Respawn. Jedi Survivor, the latest addition to Xbox Game Pass, because it's coming out on EA Play, I think is the play. I am sleepy as well. I woke up sneezing my head off this morning, and a good sneeze feels good. Non-stop sneezing feels bad. And dude, I could not quit sneezing, and it put my brain in a funk, man. I'm all like, wow, because of all the sneezes. Yeah, but I'm good. Thanks for asking. Yeah. What up, Reject? What's up, buddy? Game Pass already set to end the month strong with a second wave of exciting titles arriving on the subscription service this week, and the April 2024 lineup has just gotten even stronger with an excellent Star Wars game confirmed to be making its way to the Game Pass library. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is being added to the playlist on EA Play starting Thursday, April 25th. Yep. So Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass include full access to EA Play as standard, meaning players with an account for either can jump into the second chapter of Cal Kestis' battle against the Empire in less than 48 hours. Unfortunately, PS Plus subscribers won't get access to Jedi Survivor, at least not yet. But if you have a separate EA Play membership on your PlayStation console, you can also play the blockbuster sequel starting on Thursday, April 25th, right? I have no doubt that this is a great piece of video game content. It always felt bad how terribly unfinished this game was on release. I'm always going to call these companies out for that. And Respawn did not do a good job at releasing the first Jedi game. I can't remember what it was called. And then they followed it up with an even worse release of Jedi Survivor. This game, it took them almost a year to get this game into a polished state, which, in my opinion, makes it more of a reason to play this on a subscription service than it is to support Respawn with buying it outright. So it's good that this is hitting EA Play finally, and that means that whether you have an EA Play subscription or a Game Pass Ultimate subscription, you'll be able to play this now. That's great. Because I do think the content's going to be very good. This is the same thing. They're going to be talking about the same thing here. Yep. So we don't need that. Meta, or AKA Facebook. I don't care what you call them. This company will always be Facebook. They can rebrand as many times as they want. Same company. Meta partners, Facebook partners with Xbox as it opens Quest's operating system to third-party hardware makers. Lenovo and Asus have also partnered with Facebook/Meta to make new mixed reality devices. So, Xbox, Lenovo, and Asus are among the first partners set to develop new mixed reality devices for different use cases. Xbox and Meta/Facebook teamed up last year to bring Xbox Cloud Gaming to Meta Quest, letting people play Xbox games on a large 2D virtual screen in mixed reality. Now, we're working together again to create a limited edition Meta Quest-inspired Xbox. Facebook/Meta said. Asus's Republic of Gamers will use its expertise as a leader in gaming solutions to develop an all-new performance gaming headset, it added. Oculus Rift S co-designer Lenovo is also developing mixed reality devices for productivity, learning, and entertainment. CEO Mark Robot Zuckerberg also said in an Instagram post, you can imagine a lightweight headset that pairs with your computer on your desk to provide the best work experience, whether you're at home or anywhere else you go. That's my Mark Zuckerberg voice. Or you can imagine one that's fully focused on watching immersive entertainment like movies and videos with the highest resolution OLED screens. Or think of one that's fully optimized for gaming with support for all kinds of people, different peripherals and haptics. Great job, Mark. Mark Robot Zuckerberg, everybody. Keeps dousing his motherboard in Sweet Baby Ray's and, you know.
We're going streaking!
We're going streaking! Let's go, dude. Nice. Reject. 3 stream streak. Let's go, baby. Nice, dude. I love it. Thanks, Troop. Along with this, the Zuckerborg said you can imagine one that's designed for exercise that's extra light with sweat-wicking material, you know, or maybe just a version that comes out of the box with Xbox controllers and Game Pass so that you can immediately just start playing on a big screen anywhere you go. I mean, you know, I'm not a fan of this company. I don't support this company. You guys know how I feel about this kind of stuff. I think it's important to support good companies. I think it's important to not support bad companies, you know? The Zuckerborg, that's right, dude. Yeah. And I am very, very adamantly against Facebook as a company. What they've done in the past is just terrible. We could talk all day about it. Do your research. You know, them changing their name to Meta doesn't change anything about who they are. They're still got the Zuckerborg at the top of that company. So nothing's changed. They've just rebranded to try and change the perception of, you know, Facebook had a negative connotation with it. They were like, we'll just change our name. You know, that's not the way that works. It shouldn't work that way anyways. For some people it does, but I will try and make sure that that is not the way that it does work. So, but the fact of the matter is they do create very good VR hardware and at a very, very nice price point too for consumers. So I will not deny that. And I'm never going to dog anybody. I'm not going to throw shade at anybody for deciding to buy into that hardware because it is good and it is a good price point. I don't, you know, I can advise people to please not support that company, but I'm not gonna throw shade at anybody if they buy that hardware because the hardware is good. It is, and I understand why there are going to be companies that want to collaborate with them because it is good hardware. So I don't know, just can't. I'm always going to advocate for a better world for us all the way around, especially, you know, when it comes to the world that I'm invested in and have been for so long, in technology and video games and stuff. We need to support better companies and let them emotional damage. Bad companies die off, man, and Meta's a bad one, dude. But it's good hardware. Emotional damage. A new Xbox indie game showcase is coming next week, guys. How much you want to bet this is on a Wednesday? Our normal day off? Yeah. Featuring Dungeons of Hinterberg, 33 Immortals, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, and Vampire Survivors. Why does it feel like Vampire Survivors is in every flippin' showcase ever, always? It's insane. April 29th. No, it's Monday. Word. Yeah, Monday. Cool. Viewable on IGN and social media platforms, the Indie Game Showcase will be streamed on April 29th at 10 a.m. Pacific. That means noon. We'll be doing lunch and watching it. 1 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. BST. It will feature another batch of hotly anticipated indies for you to play across Xbox and PC, according to Microsoft. On top of epic trailers, fresh gameplay, and new reveals, the show will feature new details on upcoming games like Dungeons of Hinterberg, 33 Immortals, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, and many others, the platform holder said. A similar showcase last year included looks at Karateka, Axiom Verge 2, and Sea of Stars, among other games. Very notable right there. Yeah. Microsoft has heavily discounted a selection of its PC games in the Xbox Game Studios publisher sale, which you can find on like Steam, the store page. They've got this Xbox Studios publisher sale. You can like find all those games on sale on Steam right there too. If you go take a look, it's really easy to access. Or I'm sure that you can just grab the link here. I'll link this for you guys as well. Running until May 2nd, the promotion includes savings on a ton of titles from Xbox's studios like Ninja Theory, Turn 10, Obsidian, Coalition, Playground Games, Rare. Yeah. So if you're interested, okay. Still got a little bit of time on that one, and I'll link this to you as well. Yo, Reject. Dude, I was sporting the hoodie last night. I love that hoodie, dude. It's nice. I really appreciate it, dude. It was a little bit windy, a little bit chilly last night, and I had to go out and run around town, dude. Yeah, I was sporting the crap out of it. New Fortnite setting blocks confrontational emotes. This is so ridiculous, dude. You know, I always say, like, giving gamers options is a good thing. You know, the more options that developers can give to gamers is the better way to address things. But man, this kind of stuff is like, you know what they're doing here? They're confrontational emotes. That's what they're calling this. They're trolley emotes is what they are, right? It's like, so if somebody kills somebody else in the game and they can go run and throw an emote on them and like dance. It's basically like the same thing as like teabagging, you know? You're giving them the what for a little bit in the game. It's some nice competitive trolling, yeah. But we've come across this, what feels like to me. Look, I understand that there's a fine line between, you know, what trolling is and people getting real toxic in games, right? But there's nothing wrong with a little bit of some competitive trolling. People that get toxic, that's unnecessary. It's you know, absolutely something that, because when people get toxic, they start doing things like discriminating against other people for certain demographics of people, and using hate speech and self-harm speech and stuff like that, and that is just never going to be acceptable, right? So obviously I understand that there's a fine line there, but this comes off to me like people just being too soft. Like, if you can't handle, this is my thought process here. If you are so easily triggered, if you are so soft that when you play a competitive game like Fortnite and you die and somebody comes over and dances on you, you know what I'm saying? And trolls you a little bit, that it triggers you to the point of rage, you don't need to be playing video games. You need to be seeing a therapist. You know what I mean? Like, that's where this comes off to me. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, because I mean, I've played a toxic game for a long time too. In Rocket League. Rocket League is a toxic ass game. There's a lot of toxic people in that game, and you know, it's weird to see people be that way, you know. And Call of Duty is notorious. It has been forever for toxicity. Yeah, so I can only imagine. I quit playing Call of Duty a while back, but I I understand it, right? And in competitive games, it gets really weird. And it's like people need to just get some thicker skin, dude. If something like that in a video game is going to trigger you out that bad, dude, you've got bigger issues. You know, I mean, and so now here we are with like Epic implementing a Fortnite setting to try and prevent people from even being able to see the emotes so that they don't have to deal with getting trolled a little bit in the game. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, oh yeah, reject. Yeah. Yeah, it's always funny to me too, you know, because I always just played it for fun, you know. And there are these other people in the game, man. They trip out. They act like it's their life or something, you know. And they'll be in like diamond rank or something, you know. It's like, brother, you're not flipping, you're not crushing in the game, you know. You're not making a living off of this, you know. They start tripping out, and then they'll, you know, what's funny is they'll make like 3 or 4 bad plays in a row, or they'll miss, and then if you have like one miss or something, you know, then they start trying to troll you, and it's like, dog, we can go back and look at the replay if you want. You know, you had like 4 or 5 misses before me, and you're gonna try and blame all this on me. Like, give me a break. People are just wild, dog. That's the thing that kills me. It's that people never want to take, like, there's some cool people in like Rocket League, like for example, and there'll be some cool people in Call of Duty, but there are a lot of toxic too, and a lot of times people don't want to take like responsibility for making a mistake, you know. Dude, I'll always, if I play a Rocket League match and I make a mistake, dude, I'll always like auto, because there's auto text options in the game. I'll always be like, my bad. You know what I mean? I'll admit a mistake. You know, I'll admit a mistake. I don't care. You know, it's like, Jesus, I'm sorry. You know, but there's a lot of people. They want you to acknowledge their good plays, and they will never admit to making a mistake in the game either. You know, it's funny. It's hilarious, actually. You'll come across people like that in the game all the time. And if you don't acknowledge, you know what I mean, after they haven't said my bad on like 5 mistakes, and then you don't acknowledge when they score a goal or something, they'll get toxic, dude. It's really wild, man. Yeah, true. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, I think that's the thing though. It's like, why are people like that? You know, why do people need to be like that? That's the thing that I'm getting at, is it ruins the experience for other people. And just like you're talking about, that's exactly what I was trying to get at. You know, there's no need for the toxicity. A little bit of some like trolliness is okay. I do think that's, you know, it adds to the competitive nature of the gameplay in these competitive games we play, right? You want it to be a little bit, you know, intense. Get it a little bit sweaty. You know, if I'm in a good firefight and somebody gets the better of me, you know, does it feel good to get trolled? No, but they got me. And, you know, if they want to come emote on me or whatever, they won the right to do that. What that should do for people is to prompt you to get better so that you can do that to other people, not make you a toxic little asshole, you know? So there's a big difference, right? There's a big difference. And it's just funny to me that there are so many people that can't even handle something like this. It sends them off an edge immediately, when all it is a little bit of competitive banter, really. That's all it is. And they can't handle it, and they just start raging out. They get super triggered, and we all have dealt with it. It's insane. There's no reason why. And again, I think the people that can't handle this kind of stuff don't need to be playing video games. These are the people that can't handle this stuff, the people that need to be blocking confrontational emotes, need to probably be in therapy. Epic has revealed an all-new setting making its way to Fortnite, allow users to effectively block what's being dubbed as confrontational emotes, such as take the L and laugh it up. Once triggered, the new setting will mask these emotes, and users with C confrontational emotes switched off will just see their opponents standing still, making no sound as they parade around unleashing one of these malicious emotes. Come on, man, malicious. Is this too soft? Absolutely. When Epic broke the news about the setting change on Twitter, the community ripped into the update, accusing Fortnite of becoming too soft. In total, 4 emotes will be blocked by this new setting. Take the L, laugh it up, whip crack, make it plain tame. It was noted this won't stop players from doing the emotes. It'll only stop certain players from seeing the emote. This is all to combat slightly toxic behavior that sees players launch into one of these emotes after killing an enemy, often doing the emote over their lifeless body or while they're knocked. See, I don't see that as being toxic. This adds to the competitive nature of the gameplay, man. You know, it's the people that can't handle this that get into the toxicity. They're the ones that they try to retaliate, right? They get upset and they rage out. This is, you know, this is ridiculous. Do you think this is a soft move from Epic? Absolutely. Do you agree that it's a good thing that'll help young players stay calm when their opponents try to get a rise out of them in game? No. This is not teaching them how to remain calm amidst getting wrecked in a game. This is not teaching them how to deal with adversity. People have to learn how to get thicker skin by dealing with this kind of stuff. You have to learn how to deal with it without crossing that line of toxicity. What needs to happen is that people that cross the line into a realm of toxicity with doing things like engaging in, you know, hate speech or self-harm talk or whatever else, you know, there needs to be better ways of banning those people out of the games. Get thicker skin. Learn how to compete at a higher level. These are competitive games. You have to learn how to take, you know, it comes with the territory, man. You know, a little bit of competitive banter and competitive trolling is part of this. People take it too far. That's the problem. They can't handle a little bit of it. There are a lot of people that can't handle it. So they get into this whole, you know, mindset of, oh my God, you killed me, and then you danced on my body, and then they rage out. They get super triggered because they can't handle it, and they're the ones. So this isn't teaching them how to, you know, address this situation in an appropriate manner. It's not teaching them how to deal with this. It's taking it away entirely. So, you know, this is not a good thing. This is for soft-ass gamers, and it doesn't teach them anything. Bunch of babies. You're absolutely right, True. Dude, you know what? Perfect time for both those emotes, am I right? We got new emotes, dude. Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was ranting, and we had to talk about those people getting wrecked. You know what I mean? Perfect time for the 2 new emotes, man. Thanks, Reject. Woohoo! Bunch of babies, dude. This filter is so phenomenal. God dang, that filter is good. All right, man, this is the last one I got for the morning. Let's go. Get in on the action. Helldivers 2 for PC is 15% off for a limited time. Apparently, this is a banger of a game. So, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what Helldivers 2 is, I have a couple of games we're going to take a look at real quick, but this will be the last article I have pulled up. A lot of people have been loving this. takes that hyper-militarized world and the excellent satire and completely immerses you in it, providing for a thrilling and absolutely hilarious experience overall. Been a massive hit. It often has well over 100,000 concurrent players at any given moment, and that's for a game that's been out for months now, right? Even though it's a couple of months past its launch, like I just said. As such, if you want to dive into the fun, then you can grab the game for much for 15% off at CD Keys, bringing it down from $34 to $40. I've heard that CD Keys is legit nowadays. I don't use it. I remember back in the day when CD Keys was kind of in its infancy, and there were a lot of people getting baited by bad keys, and I've stayed away from CD Keys ever since. I've heard that CD Keys has become legit since then, but it's just that initial impression that has kept me staying away from CD Keys ever since. They've got a whole why you should buy and play Helldivers 2 right here if you want to take a look at that. It is supposed to be a banger of a game. Used it for Helldivers. I wonder if, like, there's a Uden Chronicles at 21% off, 100 heroes. Helldivers 2, 40 right there. A lot of times you'll be able to get codes for either or Fanatical or Green Man Gaming that'll give you like 15 to 18% off on regular retail priced games. So either one of these also could potentially get you a discount on Helldivers 2 at 15 to 18% off. I can't wait. It's out tomorrow. Yeah, dude, I know you're stoked. So don't forget about Fanatical and Green Man Gaming as well. Both good sites where you can get discounts on games all the time as well. So if you're ever in the market for buying a game, especially at a regular retail price, check some of these other sites out, because if you quite often get a pretty solid discount on these games on some of these other sites as well. And I know I've used Fanatical for a while. I've used Green Man Gaming for a while, and very legit and good sites to use. So did I link that? I linked this last one. Yeah, let's take a look at a couple of games real quick. I wanted to talk about Witchfire. So before we end this, let's talk about Witchfire a little bit. I've been trying to keep an eye on this game for a while. It's kind of an early access type of game on Epic. This is something that a lot of people's impressions have been pretty good about. It's just what I've heard was it needs a little bit more polish, and it maybe needs a little bit more content. But it's a $40 game, so we're not talking about like even close to a AAA price point or anything. And I think that what you'll get out of this is a roguelite type of gameplay, first-person shooter that incorporates some melee in it too, and kind of that Doom-esque, modern Doom-esque kind of experience. Fast-paced, so take a look at this. Let's look at the Ghost Galleon update. So what I'll tell you is from their update, the first big update is out now. The new Gnosis feature that separates difficulty from leveling up, the new mysterious vendor, new classes, multiple saves and profiles, and new weapons, spells, and magical items. And there's the Ghost Galleon itself, of course. You can see it right here, the flying Ghost Galleon, which is kind of cool. Let's take a look at this and see what we got, man. Yeah, classes, man. Cool. Hopefully that volume's a little better. Okay, thanks. It was loud at first, I know it was. so insane. Witch vaults. I'm considering playing this in September a little bit. To get us in the mood for the Scaretober vibes, you know? It's got that kind of dark, spooky, ominous vibe to it. It's not like horror-esque that I want for Scaretober, but it could get us in the mood a little bit. It could get us in the mood. Yeah, it's always looked interesting to me, and the overall consensus is that it's a really good game. It just needed a little bit more content, a little bit more polish, and it looks like that's what's coming to the table right now with this new update. So I'm really interested in some Witchfire. I'm actually going to do this real quick. Yeah, all right, dude. All right. So that looks cool. Ultra Kill. This is something Pinky and I were talking about this morning. I was actually just took a quick look at this the other day because there was an FPS sale going on. It ended yesterday on Steam. But this game looks pretty wild. Take a look at this. Yo, thanks, Drew. Obviously very retro style, very fast-paced FPS, which I enjoy. But it looks really gnarly. Blood is fuel. Hell is fuel. This looks wild, dude. That looks really crazy. Oh, man. Overwhelmingly positive. 98% of almost 97,000 reviews at this point. That's really impressive. It's really impressive. So I don't know. I'll link this for you guys if you're interested. You know, I tend to enjoy these kinds of games. I know Pinky does a lot as well, and yeah, I saw this one the other day. I had never seen this, I don't think, until I was looking at all the games on the FPS sale. Pinky's been following this for a while though, apparently, and it's interesting. It looks really interesting. The other one was what? What was the other one, dude? Was it D4 or what was it? Miney? What was the name of the other one, dude? And is it even on Steam? What was the name of the other one, Pinky? 4D Miner, my bad. There it is. So apparently this is like oh, this is gonna be wild, dude. A 4D spin-off of Minecraft. Yeah, it's a 4D spin-off of Minecraft. So it's like a 4D. That's just going to be insane. You can see the box. I'll show a video in a second. Apparently, they just had an update for multiplayer in it and stuff. Pinky was talking about. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be insane, dude. This is gonna hurt my brain. Look at this.
It's 4D Miner, a 4-dimensional survival sandbox game. I'd rather not start this video off with an explanation, so instead, I'm just gonna show it to you. First, let's quickly make a new world. After the world generates, you'll notice a very familiar, blocky looking landscape. But there's more to this world than meets the eye.
Mine too.
As I scroll with the mouse wheel, the landscape appears to transform. Blocks seem to contort into all kinds of different shapes, while some seem to appear out of thin air, and others slowly disappear. Even the sun appears to grow and shrink. This kind of behavior is not unusual when 3-dimensional beings like you and me try to interact with a 4-dimensional world. In order to explain what's happening here, let's look at what happens when a 2-dimensional being tries to interact with a 3-dimensional
I feel like you might have
world.
shown me this a long time ago, dude.
Let me introduce you to Frank. Frank is a 2-dimensional being, restricted to a 2-dimensional plane, and therefore cannot see anything beyond the 2nd dimension, much like how we cannot directly see anything beyond the 3rd dimension.
I love how they have to dumb this
Luckily
down for people
Frank,
like me.
Us 3-dimensional beings have the technology to give him a glimpse into the 3rd dimension. We can allow him to explore a 2-dimensional slice of the 3D world around him. In addition to this, we can give him a superpower that allows him to rotate his cross-sectional plane in the 3rd dimension, which lets him explore anywhere he wants in his new 3D environment. When Frank uses his superpower, to him it looks like the landscape is completely transforming. The blocks around him seem to change shape, appear, and even disappear. To us, what Frank sees makes perfect sense. We can look at him trying to explore different cross-sections of the 3D world around him. We can see him get stuck inside a cave, and while the way out seems obvious to us, it's not so easy for him. This is exactly what happens to us when we try to explore a 4-dimensional world. In this game, not only can you explore an infinite, procedurally generated 4-dimensional world, but you can also build 4D structures in any way you want.
This dude's too smart to be making video games.
On the surface, this game does look quite a bit like Minecraft, and the inspiration is undeniable, but things like building, collecting resources, and simply navigating the in-game world are completely different. And this affects pretty much every game mechanic, as well as the main progression system of the game.
That's right, you tell him true. COD is for degenerate savages. Besides you, Reject, you're an exception. Dude, that is wild, bro. Savages that eat flipping burgers with a fork, you know? What's up, Soup? No, I do not. No. I eat it with my bare hands. Rawr. I'm positive, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's flipping trippy, dude. That's wild. That would probably make my brain hurt too much to play that game, dude. That would make my brain hurt, man. Yeah, that burger looked bad, dude, by the way. Did you get sick after eating that? Because it looked like you probably would. That's the news, peoples. Incredible. Awesome news segment. One of the quicker news segments we've had here recently. But it happens, and that's absolutely fine. We had some really good talks this morning, too, though, so it's good, man. Ooh, that coffee got me. Excuse me. We are going to go play Dragon's Dogma 2. Heck yeah. We're going to try to chase down a Medusa today, I think. You guys rock. Thanks. Awesome news segment, as always. And if anybody's been hanging out this morning and you are not a familiar person with what we do around here, this is our jam. We're live 6 days a week. We start our streams off at roughly 6 a.m. CST, CDT. That is 7 a.m. Eastern Time or 4 a.m. Pacific. We begin with video gaming news every single day that we're live. No Wednesday streams. Wednesdays are my weekly day off. But we always begin with video gaming news, trying to stay current with what's happening in the world of video games, the industry as a whole, promote a healthier place for all of us as video game and gaming enthusiasts and consumers of these products, and try to call out some of these companies that are doing scummier things by us, you know. And if you can dig that, come be a part of it. After we finish the news, we always dive into playing games for the rest of the day like we're about to do right now. So we have an amazing community that's always here and a part of what we do, and we're always looking for more people to become a part of it. It's centered around being good peoples, just lifting each other up, always being here for one another, legitimate friendships and long-standing relationships, and being void of negativity and toxicity, always presenting a welcoming, fun, engaging environment for everybody to be a part of, and just having a good time, laughs, lots of good times, good vibes, and just enjoying video games, man. So if you can dig that, come be a part of it. We've got an amazing group of people that are always here, and we're always looking for more good peoples to become part of what we do on the constant. So if you can dig that, man, come do it. Come be a part of it with us. I guess other than that, tomorrow's our weekly day off. Yeah, so I will not be live tomorrow, but I will see everybody for the next video gaming news segment on Thursday, April 25th. And I'm going to run us an outro real quick for the news segment to sum this up and segue us into playing games for the rest of the day. I'm not going anywhere. The stream's not going down. Don't you go anywhere. I'll be right back, and we'll start getting prepared for playing more Dragon's Dogma 2. I'll see you in just a second.